Just waiting for the corny jokes to begin, Randy. So you want to kick us off?
There might be a few there, you know.
I wish I could have like Google in my mind, or I could like Google.
You know, I was on the cornfield the other day, and the corn's really growing. I had to call the police.
Really?
The corn was stalking me.
Boo, boo, boo.
Oh, the police are really stalking me.
Oh, that's too bad. Michelle, you got anything to follow that one up with?
I can't. I have no comment.
I saw a grin there, though. She was grinning.
Just laughter.
Oh, I do love, you know what, though? Corn on the cob is one of my favorite.
Me too.
Summertime, that and like
it.
fresh tomatoes. I just love it. It's so good. And then I love the Mexican street cornfield, too.
I agree. So, yes, we are officially peak Indiana corn season.
Nice.
So I have a couple recipes to share with you. I mean, you don't really need to do much to Indiana corn, right?
Yeah,
It already tastes
Yeah,
amazing,
it's so
as
good.
is. But this first recipe, this is a corn soup. So a corn chowder.
Corn soup.
Yes, corn soup. So you can enjoy this hot. You can enjoy this chilled. So the first thing that we do, though, is we have... we get a little oil going, and can you hand me the olive oil, please?
You bet.
Amber, thank you so much. I've got a few pots going here today. It's actually very simple. But the first thing we do, we have some oil in the pan, and we add our corn to here. So we just tenderize it a little bit, right? So that's going there. Then in the other pan, what we have going is some corn cob. So you notice we're getting a little sizzle there. So we just tenderize this. Over here, I have the corn cobs. So what the corn cobs do...
I've never seen this
Yes,
done.
this is something we did back in my fine dining days. This is how we made the corn chowder. So this is going to be our stock or our broth. So usually you'd have, like, you know, if you make bone broth, there's bones, but
bones,
we're making corn soup. So we put in the corn cobs.
Right.
Exactly. So you're hearing that crackling going, and that is browning those corn cobs. So yeah, they have so much flavor that they just are ready to release into the soup that we're making.
They're like, use me, use me.
Yes, exactly. And then we add some carrots, we'll add some onions, some celery, and then we add, after you can turn that around, we'll see, see how it's browning right there? So we're getting
So you
want
it like that?
No, that's deliciousness. That is deliciousness. So now I'm going to add this. So you might want to step back. So we're adding in our broth. Okay. So I'm adding chicken broth. But of course, if you want a vegetarian, add some vegetable broth. No problem.
There you go.
So we just let that simmer for a little bit. Okay. So then over here we have our corn going. And then we're going to add some creaminess to this corn. So what I have going over here is we have some milk. Now, of course, heavy cream is delicious. Why not? But this is low-fat milk. I'm using low-fat milk, and I'm using a little coconut milk, actually.
Oh.
And so we're going to add in, actually, this is
Is it just is it a taste thing or just a healthier version?
Yeah, it's a preference thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
sure.
You could use all coconut milk. You could use, it's pretty versatile. So whatever creamy liquids you have on hand, you can basically put in there. So we just let this go for a little bit. Now, of course, you're also going to add a little salt. You're going to add, and let that simmer for a little bit. A little white pepper, if you have some, just so you don't have black specks. Yeah, white.
Okay, I've heard of that. It's funny. I guess I don't ever have a need to use it. Is it a pretty thing?
Yeah, it is. It's more of an aesthetic thing. So exactly. So that's what you're doing there. So now from here, what we're going to do is we just puree this in the blender after you let it simmer for a little bit. And there are some chilled samples there for you, just so you know.
This isn't burning here, Michelle, is it?
Oh, no, we're good. No, this is simmering. You see how it has, you see it? We like the brown. This is our broth. So a little browning is good. That is good. So what we do then, we just puree this in our blender. And then the final dish we have is in, you have your little shot glasses there. You're going to garnish this with some cotija cheese. We have you can put some of those Indiana tomatoes right on top. These are actually from my garden, by the way. Okay. And so you have just this delightful little light lunch. You could pair that with some grilled chicken if you want. But the cotija cheese, which also is on our street corn, is really great to pair with the corn.
I love that. And you put that, and this is pretty simple too, right?
Yeah, so with the street corn, what we do there is I grilled the corn and then top it off with some chili. This is my chili seasoning, my Dash Dinners chili, some taco seasoning, cotija cheese, and whatever your fat choice is, butter, olive oil, or some mayonnaise.